flip goal. And then Morby methods, like I said, I'm using Morby methods primarily as a way to accelerate my cash growth. And so when it comes to Morby methods, what I'm running into often is the earnest money going hard and sellers not having signed a mutual release, especially on like the larger or more like commercial type deals where the sellers are usually a little bit more savvy. They're not really open to a pre-signed mutual release, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I've been working on is I want to develop a relationship with EMD lenders, maybe with you guys, where there's basically like a deed of trust on one or two of my properties that I keep in my portfolio that has equity in it, like low interest rate first position that I can't ever get rid of anyways, because why would you throw away 3%? And then the plan is basically if we have like a deed of trust that sits on that property in its second position with its equity, and basically we use that as the security for earnest money that does go hard, or that the seller is not signing a mutual release for, right? And so the way it would kind of work in practice is I have a house at 751 Galloway Drive. It's worth $250. I owe $150 on it. Realistically, like you can comfortably put a $30K loan on it, and have equity to cover yourself, right? So let's say I need $30K of EMD. You can lend me the $30K. You have the deed of trust already on there. Mm-hmm. When I go pay back the $30K, we just don't cancel the deed of trust. So you always have that security, even if it's only for a $1 loan. When it comes to like, if I ever do sell or refinance that house, the payoff is $1. But if you have EMD out with me, the payoff is $30K or whatever it is, right? And so it's a way to, if we never cancel the security deed or the mortgage or the deed of trust, whatever it is, depending on what state you're in, if you never cancel that, then you're always secured for whatever amount you've basically lent out or brought back in. That's pretty much how HELOCs work, right? So almost like an EMD line of credit, if you will. Which actually that's cool. That's my word now. It's an EMD HELOC that it's like, hey, Megan, I have an RV park. I need $19,000 for earnest money on it. It goes hard in about 3 weeks after we get the appraisal back, and it closes a week later. Can I borrow the earnest money and you secure it against this property? And when I close, it's a Morby method. When I close, I can pay off the EMD plus the EMD return from the closing, and then we just we leave the deed of trust there for the next one. And that way you stay secured for any money that is like lent out as earnest money. If there's a deal that needs $50K earnest money, it's like, here's another property for collateral. We put a deed of trust on it, do the whole title search and everything. Now you have 2 deeds of trust to secure up to $50K or $60K. I haven't done any that need $50K earnest money, but just as like how it would look on a scale, right?
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.